people will like kind of put you in a box or typecast you or classify you in a certain way or label you a certain way. Like for me, I was like a fair guy who played two-man teams, and I'm like a casual player or like a teacher. I'm not that good at the game. But then all of a sudden when I went into like a more meta style, like heavyweight heavy style, which I taught the community like a month before that, I said, yes, there's S tier, middle tier, and a lower tier, but you can also look at it like in boxing, which is like universal for hundreds of years. There's heavyweight, middleweight, and lower lightweight, right? And I prefer middleweight all the time. That's what I've been doing. But hey, now that I reframed it, maybe I'll give my shot here at the heavyweight or the basically no limits. Whatever is in the game, whatever hasn't been, because they're clearly patching what they want and don't want. So whatever is in
Yep.
the game is what they want. Okay, so let me play and compete at the highest level. I did that, and everyone just complains. Minato grab loop. They're not saying Minato running because I pick the small maps and I don't run. Right?
Okay.
No one ever said Minato running. They did a couple times, but those were like offshoots of people that didn't really watch the content. It was just kind of
Mhm.
people that came in for that video, right? But they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, grab loop, kunai restand," like and then all that stuff gets nerfed. But I can still play with other characters at a high level doing similar stuff. So like it's just very weird to me that um you mentioned about feeling bad, and yeah, I felt really bad when I played Hanzo. I didn't I wanted to see what it was like, but I felt it very dehumanizing playing Hanzo with, with the salamander jitsu and all that, and I don't know. I felt like he was just a little too good. They definitely nerfed him since, but with Minato, I didn't feel bad going all out with Minato, especially since they got rid of armor, meaning you can combo and you can grab, and that's it. You can't Rasengan and you can't use his other jitsu because those jitsus are very weak compared to all the other jitsus you're using, and he just
Mhm.
gets trumped, right? Like those jitsus are not as strong in his kit than the ones you're fighting against. Like if I do a Rasengan into a Boro jitsu, what happens? I get virus jitsued, and I just wasted chakra, got damaged, and gave a sub and gave up my turn, right? So I'm going into things that are
Mhm.
stealing my turn. So to play competitively with Minato, you kind of need to play with those two strong supports, like a Shikamaru or Tamari support or something like that, right? Like,
Yeah.
but then when you do that, you're getting made fun of, and you're like, people will tell you, "Oh, you're that type of player." Now I know what you kind of person you are. You're a spammer, a grab spammer, and you're a Minato runner, and you're using broken supports. Like, dude, everyone else is doing that too. This is what they're doing at the
Yep.
high levels. You don't understand. If you're going to compete at the high levels, you're giving up your turn and you're giving up substitutions. Because, like, there's
Yep.
still substitution banking, right? But it's not a technique anymore. You're banking them in your supports. And whoever can get the most of those value out of their supports wins the game. It's Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connection support, right?
Yep.
That's what it is. Or Naruto Ultimate Ninja support. That's what it is. It's Naruto
Oh
Ultimate Ninja
damn it.
support, right? Naruto Ultimate
Oh
Ninja
damn
support.
it.
So
Damn.
that's the game we're playing, and that's fine. I mean, I don't prefer to play that way, but when I am playing in the heavyweight class, when I'm playing in ranked, this is how you play. People need to stop
Yeah.
complaining, right? I
Yeah.
think that there should be only one support allowed, and I think all the top 10 to 20 supports should be nerfed and balanced. But that's not going to happen. So you have to work
Nope.
within what they give you, right?
Yep. Yep. Because if they would, there's so many things that they could have done. Just like if you're gonna make the game so support heavy, and I said this in a video that I got slammed for whatever reason. All right, if the game is so support heavy though, and they want to keep all of that shit, they should have just brought back like Storm Three's thing where like support could die. Because I mean, if they really wanted to try to make this game so-called competitive,
Yeah.
at least by having that, it would be people can't haphazardly just like throw caution to the wind and just throw out a support whenever, because if they take their support constantly takes damage, they die.
Yep.
It only makes sense.
It does
Kind
make
of
sense.
like
It
how
does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you look at actual fighting games out there like the Marvel vs. Capcom series. Support can die if you call them out at the worst time.
Also,
Like,
like the happy birthday is baked into this game. So like you will see like you'll be hitting the main character and the support at the same time, essentially getting a happy birthday, right? But like nobody is like no
throwing your
damage is
ass in
being taken,
jail.
nobody's dying, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like in the I think the support definitely needs like a life bar, right? And I think the way to
Yeah.
do it is to kind of just have every single character have a life bar, right? And if they get happy birthday, then that life bar is being hit at the same time, right? If you catch two or three characters at the same time attacking them, they're all taking damage, right? That actually just
Hmm.
makes a lot more sense because the way that it is now, it's really just unbalanced and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And there's many ways they could go about that too, but hey, at the end of the day, it comes down to what we're all at the mercy of what CyberConnect 2 decides to do. Well, not only that, but Bandai Namco, because they're the ones that give the green light or the red light. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is, unfortunately. And because of all of these inconsistencies with this patch, it's not going to get any better. I mean, at this point, I'm not optimistic about any other updates whatsoever. That's one of the reasons why I don't even waste my money buying these DLC characters because it's not worth my time. I'll feel better off wasting my freaking 20 or 40 or whatever dollars on a gotcha game than I would this. You know, I'm just speaking, I'm just being honest
Yeah, because
because
at
I
least
can't
with
say
that, you know what you're
facts.
getting, right?
Yeah, I know what I'm getting, or I know I'm going to drop the bag because it's gotcha, but I'd rather do that than fuck around with this game, wasting my money supporting a game that's going to be even more dog shit every patch. You know.
I feel that way. I feel that it's gotten worse every patch, at least in one way. And it's so funny that one guy in your live stream was saying that no, it's gotten better every patch. And I challenged him and I
Oh no.
said, how can it have got better if your controls are literally changing to the point where
Yes! We
yeah,
forgot to bring that up.
yeah, so like that's the thing, right? Is like the guy was like, "Oh, it's better." I'm like, "Yeah, but just in these 2 hours that we played in this live stream tonight, like last night, right? I didn't
Yeah.
play for I had game uninstalled, didn't play for like a week or so, maybe more. And then I came back and then you couldn't block. You're like, "Wait, isn't R2 block?" I'm like, "Yeah, it is." And he's like, "I can't block. It does something else." And then the next time you
Yep.
played, someone was saying you can't use chakra or jitsu. And then I that happened on the
Yep.
same thing. And then I saw a video actually the day before where a friend couldn't use chakra, couldn't chakra dash, couldn't use a jitsu, and he couldn't do anything. And it's like, well, that's competitive, right? And that's definitely better. Like, come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's obviously
It's
worse.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's 10 out of 10.
Yeah, best patch ever. Can't use I like can't use any of the buttons how intended. Amazing.
Yeah. I feel like out of all the patches, the only patch was amusing was what you saw when people realized that they couldn't use certain armored jutsus again. But after that, it was a wrap after that. You know. It's just been one shitstorm after another one, and my enthusiasm for this game is technically zero. Like, cause I'm practically done. Like, I don't even want to take my chances and play a rank match to have to worry about, okay, is the game going to spit me out and count that as a rage quit? Is the game going to fuck up my controls like it did in that live stream? Not once, but twice. I don't feel like putting up with that because that's just a waste of time and it's frustrating because you never know when it's going to happen.